Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a chilled Sunday video in that, I'm out and about doing stuff, so I had to record like a load of videos. But this is an interesting topic that I wanted to go over that I found this week, and I thought this would be really cool to share as a topic-based video, because it's all about community. It's all about kind of figuring out situations and scenarios. So Battlegrounds is a bit of an odd thing for me. I have a bit of the last 2 seasons I haven't really been feeling it, and that happens. As I said before, it's no disrespect against the mode. Just the thing that happens with me is I move on to different modes that I have to play excessively, and then I'm like, well, I don't really. I then lose interest with stuff. It happens. It's not never a case I lose interest with the game. There's always something that I'd like to do, but there are different goals and aspirations and changes. I mean, one of those particular ones was, look, I need to 100% Act 8.2, which hopefully I've made a bigger dent this weekend. As look, I've got 5 more runs to do in the quest, and when you kind of go from a big sitting of let's go grind a lot in this particular content, and the same thing, the issue that I've got at the moment is arena. I'm like, okay, well, I need to be grinding a lot more arena, and you can see I've not really done that, but I've got a family thing tonight, so I hope I get a bit of time to just a little bit playing that, and also on Sunday. And then throughout the week, and then going into preparation for Cyber Weekend. So I've got to get those units up to about 15k by the end of next week. And then it's the case I've got to just go. I've then got to do 1,000 units plus a week, which is doable. It's a case I know I did it in 4 days before, so it's doable. I just got to work hard at it, or figure out different ways. But that's I've kind of the point to get to with this, to link us into the next one, is that finding time to do stuff is very important, but finding not cheats, but kind of good strategy to get you to a good point is a very optimal thing. So that's the topic of this video. So I saw this and thought this was an interesting topic to go over. Squamo says, anyone else here who does this in Battlegrounds? And he says that, so I've only got into Gladiator Circuit 3 times so far, and every time I reach a point where I'm just too afraid of losing matches and thus getting demoted. This season, due to seeding, I got into Gladiator Circuit quite quick. With about 2 weeks left, I did matches to get at least the objective done. Now I am at 120 points, and I just don't feel like playing anymore, in fear of losing a bunch of matches and ending up on an even lower tier than I would by just naturally getting demoted due to the cutoffs for each tier increasing. I would appreciate some input from more experienced players, and if you also feel like me sometimes. And yeah, it was Season 9. Season 9 was peak for me, that I was really bang into it, and I think Season 12 is going to be that return back to interest. The rewards are better. My time investment versus take-home rewards has always been something that, me as a player, resonates with me. Doesn't always with everybody. A lot of people are like, well, I just go into Battlegrounds, I go into win, I go into make sure I'm in the Gladiator Circuit as high a rank as possible, I work as hard as possible in that, and that's fine. Look, different strokes for different folks, different modes for different players. That's the great thing about MCOC. But you can't do everything, as Kabam say, which always annoys me, because I'm always like, I really want to do as much as possible. To give you an idea for my particular season, I am just scraping along. I've got to work hard this weekend. I'm currently in Silver 3, and I've got to push, right? And I will do. My alliance has a threshold of 175k points. I will get that, and I will work towards that as much as I can. Next season, I'm going to do a lot more. It's just the problem I've had this season is I've gone on vacation for a week, which was basically 2 weeks of stuff. I needed to do a lot of other stuff in game, including arena, including Act 8.2, and then there's more stuff coming into the game that I've got to cover and do, and also make videos and work. So trying to find a balance to everything is always a tough thing. Not just me, I'm not just saying that Richard's situation. It's everybody. Everyone's in the same situation. So you try and cut corners wherever you can in order to make sure that you get as much as possible from it. But is this a controversial based method? No, this is just good strategy at the end of the day. Let's have a look at some more opinions and thoughts on this. I usually get to Gladiator Circuit and then only play one match for the season rewards because I'm too burnt out from playing the victory track and I don't want to play anymore. Fair. I think that's fair. I think it becomes a lot more. One thing that kind of like ruined it for me from like a push standpoint is the amount of medals required. And the way that Kabam obviously come across with it is like, look, well, if you get into Gladiator Circuit, well, it will mean that you will ping back into something like Platinum, which means you're easy to climb into Vibranium, which means you're able to climb more easy into Gladiator Circuit. That's fine, but I've got to get there first. So yeah, like I've got to now, at this point, do more work. It's all well and good in hindsight going, well, if you did that back last season, yeah, but I wasn't able to do it last season. I can't grind the game on Kabam's terms. Just the same way as my experience of what I'm up to in game differs from you. You might be able to do much more in certain areas than I am. I might be able to, well, no, I probably won't be able to do more than anybody else in any other place. But it depends, like, on how much time you spend in the game. I'm playing Alliance Quest late at night, and I'm kind of thinking, I really want to go to sleep, but I'm kind of like playing it just before bed, just to kind of make sure I've done as much as possible on the path. But you got to do what you got to do, and you got to be as helpful as you can whenever you can be as helpful as you can. Interesting. Battlegrounds is exhausting for me. I'm only doing the following: reaching the alliance requirement 200k points. This person has a higher kind of threshold for their alliance. Stop playing. Success. I needed to play much more Battlegrounds due to the tier 2 dust this time. I'm not a fan of Battlegrounds in general. Don't know everything. I don't know. Everything takes too long for me personally. I actually agree with that. I don't know why people find it funny. Because it's like, I find it takes too long. I just find it takes too long. Yeah. Again, different thoughts, different people. But, there's other people that say differently. That's part of the thrill for me personally. I sometimes go on a bad losing streak, then end up going on an insane win streak after. It's like I'm a toxic relationship with Battlegrounds, and the lows are low, but the highs are high. I mean, I had that when I was in, was it Uru? I was kind of battling out, and it's like went on a real big win streak, and I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm loving it. And then I lost all, and then kind of I was like, oh, this just sucks. So yeah, I do resonate with that, but I personally need to do the work in order to get that particular threshold for then coming back into Gladiator Circuit at the victory seeding. But currently I'm below the victory seeding, which is something I need to rectify, which will take next season, and then I'll feel the benefits in season 13. Unlucky for some, but could be lucky for me. And that's the positive way of looking at it with this one. Usually stop playing outside the objective once in Gladiator Circuit. There. I normally don't care about Battlegrounds when I get to Gladiator Circuit, but I've really enjoyed the current meta in Gladiator Circuit, so I've been playing it for fun. Kind of sucks how you can accurately predict the results of the match from just the draft, but that is pretty normal, and you never know. You could win a match that is almost guaranteed loss due to the nodes. Yeah. I found the perfect solution to this dilemma. Just suck at drafting and playing, and you never have to worry about what to do in Gladiator Circuit. What? Did I read that wrong? Perfect solution to this dilemma. Just suck at drafting and playing, and you never have to worry about what to do in Gladiator Circuit. So that means a loss? But a loss means that you lose points, and points lost is not part of what the dilemma is. Okay. Moving swiftly on. Battlegrounds is okay for what it is, but it definitely needs a little tweak. Matchups should be based on roster no matter what tier. Nobody should ever be in a deathmatch scenario. I know Kabam has the data and ability to make something got stuck in my throat just then. That was not nice. Look, I kind of do and I kind of don't agree with this particular point. It could be explained better from this, because of course deathmatch scenario does have a lot more to it. There's a lot of people that respond to these particular ones and go, skin issue, it's a skill issue, it's all about skill, oh, you're not skilled, and that just doesn't really cut it, because it's I would say the matchmaking has been better. It has improved, But it doesn't necessarily mean that when you matchmake with your deck, that facing off against scenarios like if you've got rank 3 6-stars versus something like this, which is a rank 2 7-star Overseer, which is something that, you know, I've faced off against, it doesn't really kind of like ring true. It's not good. Like there are still some limits to the extent of how good the matchmaker is. I'll give you a further example for it if I can find the particular fight. If it's like an easy fight that I won, even like a case like facing off against somebody that who got this? Yeah, it's like here, like how is this? Like this is in bronze. Like I'm facing off against a Cavalier player, Yanni20. So shout out to Yanni20. I think Yanni probably looked at it and just went, "What the heck is going on here? Like, why am I facing off against?" Yanni did cancel the fight, and you know that happens. Because I wouldn't want to waste my time and what would be an instant loss with it. And people, you should have run the fight because, you know, it would have been good to kind of like just kind of go through it and stuff like that. Well, look, then there's other people that do. And then again, this is another scenario. This is against Harios, like as I was kind of like going through bronze. This is another kind of like, you know, stark contrast. It must be that there was no one matchmaking, and as a result, it was like, okay, well, we'll just thrust Rich in with whoever, and it's like, okay, well, now I'm against Harios, who has 10,000 prestige. Again, I know prestige doesn't kind of like mean anything for this, but when he's like unable to field like a full strong roster against me, it then becomes a bit of a problem. Like their highest, again, same scenario. Look, I'm just proving my point here. If, you know, Harris fields a rank 3 Ebony Maw as a defender, I could literally choose, and I could even choose Spider-Man 2099 or any science champion that I'd have at like rank 4 and obliterate it. Rank 5 and obliterate it as a 6-star. 7-star rank 1 and obliterate it. Rank 2 7-star if I had it and obliterate it. So I'm not saying that, as I said, like if this particular player, Twist kind of explained a bit more thoroughly in it with a bit of evidence, then I'm sure that people would, with the 6 disagrees, kind of go like, you know what, they might have a bit of a point there. But again, it's down to how you explain stuff with people, just get an idea. But I think it's back to, and circling back to the point of, would you follow this kind of like way of looking at holding on to your points? You know, Hungry Hippo says, I wish Command would do something about it, honestly. Point camping is the norm now. It makes the game mode much less fun. Nothing more annoying than matching someone many tiers lower, knowing if you lose, that's a huge point drop. It feels more like more and more people are doing it every season. Wow, okay, I didn't realize it was quite so much of a problem. The solution might be to change the delta between, or maybe is it data or delta, between winning and losing to incentivize people to play. Either that or greatly buff the 3-day rewards. This could be like a problem down the line. I'm not going to say it's like a problem now, but that's, I didn't know this was this must be the new term. I'll have to kind of like point camping being the new norm. I'm kind of worrying more about victories track at the moment, which, you know, that needs to change, and it will change. As I said, there's more of a season 13 for the RichTheMan account, not now though. Matchmaking can be frustrating when you're trying to progress in Gladiator Circuit. Not sure why I'm matching someone in Arcane 1 when I'm still in Gamma. Well, maybe that is like, again, it goes back to that point that player had about matchmaking. Like, what if this is an actual issue, matchmaking? So yeah, I don't know. Thoughts in the comment section about this. Point camping, is this a thing? I'm just finish on Mini MF says they should just add a decay period after 3 to 4 days. Interesting. Could be a good thing. Thoughts in the comment section. Would you do a decay to kind of encourage people to regrind the mode? Is points camping a problem at the moment? Is this controversial? Put it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. Check out some other content on screen right now, and I'll see you all soon. Much love and goodbye for now. Bye bye.